Welcome to Cape Chronicle. I'm Alix Gasser. Last but not least, on our election special today, we have Trevor Pulley, Cape's Assistant City Manager. Trevor, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you're here to talk to us today about the TTF, which explain to me what that is and what that means.
Yes, ma'am. That is the Transportation Trust Fund. That was established back in 1999 by one of our late mayors, Mr. Rediker, Mayor Rediker. This was one of his major projects back then to help the city with streets, new projects, new streets, and maintenance on streets. So he was very instrumental on pushing this forward in 1999. And each election, every 5 years, this is an extended tax, and he's been very instrumental on that. We'd like to keep going with this tax to do a lot of maintenance on numerous streets. And if anybody's got a question on what streets that we have for the TTF 7, it is on the city website under streets, and it spells out each street, where it's at, the amount of money is being spent on streets, as well as maintenance. So we have a lot of maintenance on this Transportation Trust Fund. We have almost $11.5 million just to put maintenance on neighborhood streets, other smaller streets. But then we have more than half of the money for project streets, such as Mount Auburn, Perryville, South Sprigg. But the full details is on our website of the exact amount and what streets are listed. We do have some alternative streets that if the projects come in lower, we will start doing. One of them will be William. It's an alternative. That's what we're proposing April 8th this year. But this tax has been going on for the last 30 years. And we're hoping,
Oh, wow.
Yes. Mayor Rediker and the council has been very instrumental on this one as we move forward.
Awesome. So all of that work that essentially happened like on Perryville, was that Perryville? I'm trying to think now.
Yes.
Was that from TTF before?
Yes.
Or, okay.
So right now, if you drive Lexington, that was a TTF project.
Okay.
This coming March 1st, you're going to see South Sprigg come online, where we're going to have a bunch of cones repairing South Sprigg. That is a TTF project. West End Boulevard, how that is a very nice street now. That was a TTF project. You're going to see North Sprigg come online in the next couple months also. That is a TTF project. So a lot of projects on maintenance are used for TTF. Some of the new streets that we've had before, VMD, that was a TTF project. So this is very important to the city that we continue with TTF 7 so we can have new projects, redo large projects such as Mount Auburn, and also do neighborhood roads as the asphalt and concrete maintenance side.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So how do you guys make those decisions on what roads that you tackle next, or essentially, or?
Yes. So there was a TTF 7 committee that is approved by the mayor and the council. They meet. There was approximately 15 individuals regarding TTF. We had online surveys. We had public meetings, and different ways people contact the city, say, I'd like to see this street. I'd like to see this street on the list. I'd like to see this street. Then we use some PCR data that we have from the street department telling us what are the worst streets involved. And we also use development, community, PCR data, and a lot of different categories to determine which is the worst street. And the public has an online survey. We'd like to see this street done first. So we had over 600 to 650 replies back to the city online saying we like this one, we like this one. And so we had 2 different public hearings and in-person meetings on people could come to the Osage Center, Shawnee Park, and to say this is what we like. So we listened to the public, and this is what the committee voted on, and this is what they felt like the community had voiced their opinion on to move forward with these projects this year.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing all of those little QR codes to sign up and
Yes.
have my input, essentially.
Yes. So anytime that you want to input to the city, go to our site. Send us an email. Send us something on our site. If you have input to the city, please contact us. I enjoy it when someone contacts me, stops by City Hall. Can I please speak to somebody about our streets, our water, our sewer system, anything to do with the city? Please contact one of us, and we'll be more than happy to sit down with you and if you got a complaint or have something to tell the city.
So where can folks go to get information specifically about the TTF7 to know exactly what streets are on that plan?
So on our city website, cityofcapecolorado.org, there is a button that says Streets. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Hit the button that says Streets. It'll take you to the page of Streets. It talks about TTF7, the upcoming election. And then as you scroll down, it talks about a lot of other TTF projects that we have completed and that we have currently working on now. I've told a lot of staff individuals, I said, please don't be mad at city staff this summer. You're not going to be able to drive in the city of Cape very easy because we're going to have cones everywhere. We're going to be working on a lot of streets in TTF. But I know it's going to be a little painful at first, but look at Weston Boulevard, look at Lexington of how nice those streets are now.
Yeah, awesome. And so that ballot measure is going to be on the April 8th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Cape Chronicle.